We're here at the PRO Superstar Shootout, and this is a heck of a way to start off my day, interviewing one of the all-time greats in the funny car class, 2015 world champion, Dale Worsham. You're here tuning the car this week, not driving, but what does it mean to you to be back having a car?
Just great event. We came here last year, and the fans and the turnout and the excitement around here was really exciting. So for this year, I thought, man, I just can't miss this race. So we were able to put together a program for a couple races with Bobby Bode, and he's going to drive. And it's fun, man. I first time I came here was 1988. We went here in Top Alcohol Funny Car, and I would love to come out and do the same.
So after one session last night, I wasn't here last night, but where are y'all sitting right now?
Sitting number 8. It wasn't a great run. There was just a whole bunch of problems that weren't related to Bobby Bode. They were all on us. There's some problems that we just need to get worked out with this car right now, and that's another reason we're here, is making sure we have everything worked out so we can go to Gainesville and try and put on a good event.
And you mentioned like coming here a long time ago, winning and talking about what are some of your favorite memories of drag racing throughout the years, and why have you wanted to stay with this sport for so long and help it make a part of what it is today?
I grew up in this sport. It's all I really know. From the time I was 5 years old to today, my dad and I speak every single day or talk about drag racing. That's pretty much all we've ever done. And I don't really know what else to do. It's what I do. It's my passion. It's my livelihood. It's what my family does. So my favorite time ever in drag racing, when I won when I was 21 years old with my dad in Atlanta in 1991, is by far my all-time favorite. And then winning Indian and Full Shota and the Skull Race 2005 was big. The 2 championships, one with Alan Johnson, one with DHL, are right there in my top 5.
And you've had really competitive cars with the Warrior since you did win that championship in 2015. But how has the world of popular racing in general changed in the past decade?
Well, last decade hasn't changed too much. The rules have been pretty much the same. Everybody's really refined what they do, and they're better at it. There's more teams that are fast at it. But it's been competitive for the last 12 years, still is today. I think in 2016 we ran a 383, and that's about what I see out there now. Here we're at 25, and a 383 we still get you the top couple. So that part of it hasn't really changed much, but the teams and the competition, and it's tightened up a lot since then.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Worsham.
Okay, thank you guys.
We're here at the PRO Superstar Shootout with the one and only Bobby Bode. Walked in, saw this, didn't know who was driving Worsham's car. I get told by Dave Richards, you're here, you're doing this first ever PRO Superstar Shootout. How are you feeling going into the big qualifying day?
Oh man, I'm really pumped for this. This is a really cool opportunity. Dell just called me and told me what he wanted to do, and it's just that call you dream about as a little kid. Someone wants to come drive the race car. So I'm really cool, and I'm ready to it's really cool, and I'm ready to make the most of this opportunity.
And you have really made a name for yourself since you started. Went to the final round. Tony Stewart had to buy you a new helmet one time. All kinds of things. It really adds, and it builds up your brand and makes your personality. Did you ever think this early on in your career you would be having the opportunity to drive for one of the all-time greats like Worsham?
Yes and no. You always want to think you could get to that level, but when it actually happens, it's like you can't believe it actually does. And Dell, it's actually not the first time he actually asked me to drive one of his cars. I drove one of his juniors in 2014, 10 years ago at the Western Conference Finals, because one of his daughters couldn't make it. So just to maintain that relationship with him for the past 10 years, it's pretty cool.
And we just said a minute ago, this is the best car you ever been in. I mean, you have an amazing crew with your dad. They're a great team. They've done a whole lot.
Yeah.
But it seems like this big budgets and stuff like that. Does it relax you a little bit more knowing that you don't have to worry quite as much about tearing things up?
Yeah, it does. Just focusing on the driving part for the most part this weekend. It just takes a lot of load off of my stress levels and everything, and and also just kind of watching how Dell tunes the car. I kind of picked up a couple things that I could apply to our car. So it's just been great all around. And yeah, I'm just really excited.
So this is either a win-win scenario for you. I mean, you're going to qualify and you're going to win one. But even if that doesn't happen, worst thing happens, you don't make the field. You still get to race against a top fuel car.
Yeah. So
this is not like a regular event. It's one of the biggest ones of the season. And you race U.S. Nationals, and I think you race Vegas too.
Yeah.
So you seems like you select the big ones to go to. Is there any wanting to select bigger events, or you just go to what's manageable?
Oh yeah, we normally just do what we can do. We try to just plan our schedule, one race a month, and we always try to go to Indy though. That's the big one. But some years we'll switch it up. This year I think we're doing Bristol now again.
Oh,
yeah, because
see, I'm learning things.
Yeah, because I was actually supposed to race my car in Gainesville. So we're gonna try and switch Bristol, add Bristol now because we're not racing our car in Gainesville. So yeah, we'll see. We just try to race when we can.
And like you said, my next question was how many times you plan on getting the RB car out. But even with this, and this being as competitive as it is, this big top ride, your other car, you're still making really big strides with that. You've been with the final round with Hagan a couple of years ago, and no one ever wants to line up against Bobby Bode. So how does that feel as opposed to when you first started and you were one of the dream guys?
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Every Sunday we race. I think we actually have a good chance to win, or at least surprise some people. And when I started, we were never really close to that. We were just kind of like glad and lucky to qualify. So we're always a threat to win a round or two now, and just we need to get over that hump, and then I think we'll be semis and finals.
Well, this is going to be a good week to do it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Yep.
I'm going to come back later.